Cracking the code, breaking into the matrix. That's what a good hack is. Today we're talking about a Zwift FTP hack, especially if you're a super competitive person like me. I hope you are. Stay tuned, enjoy the video. It's going to be a really quick breakdown of how to do it. So here we go. This is your basic Zwift screen, and with that I'm showing you how to sign into the Zwift FTP workout. What you're going to do is actually jump in with one of the pace partners, and they pace you through your FTP. The trick to it is switching through the settings as quick as you can to get to the actual test portion of the FTP test. So here we go. Boom. I picked B, so Bowie Beverett, so somewhere around the time that I'll be training for it. And so you quickly go through all the settings to get to the FTP test. Now why I do that is because it shows you your average power for what your test is grading on. So we're going to stay here for a second, try to hang with the group. And it makes it helpful if you're competitive, because then it's kind of like you're in a race, right? You're just like, blah, in a race going crazy. So it'll also give you your average power. That's pretty much the gist of the test. So we're going to skip ahead a little bit to where I think I kind of goofed up for the first time. So we're about to hit the halfway point of the test. And the test is a 20-minute test based on the maximum amount of power you can put out for 20 minutes. They use some math. Basically, it's like 95% of that number gives you what your theoretical FTP would be, or your functional threshold power. So your 1 hour power, that's what this test is supposed to do. So here's a little prompt from Zwift, which is pretty nice. Kind of let you know if you have some more in the tank or you think you can do some more, this would be a safe time to add some more. I'm still keeping my average right about 289. My hope was to stay above 290. So I'm doing okay. It's getting low. And it's getting difficult. And this is kind of one of those things that happens during an FTP test. So it's just a part of it. It just kind of comes with it. Let's skip ahead a little bit again. All right. So if you've ever done an FTP test, it's kind of gut-wrenching, to put it in an easy way. You can see in my little progress bar in the bottom, which shows my power, green being low, yellow being high, and red being kind of my cap. I've just had two green sections, which means my power got a little lower. If you saw that up there at the top, my average is all the way down to 279, which is like 11 watts lower than I want it to be, but this kind of just happens with an FTP test, especially doing it this way. You can kind of turn yourself inside out, and it's really easy when you're in a group to push yourself beyond where you're comfortable going. This is why I think this is a hack, because typically for me, I perform the best in races or in group rides when you've got other people around you to kind of egg you on and push you. It's one thing to do it by yourself and to see how hard you can push yourself. But personally, I've always found that when I'm in a race event or in an event like that, I can always push a little bit harder. The problem with that is that sometimes you overreach, and that's actually what happened to me in this event. I overreached a little bit, and I didn't do my pacing just right, so that kind of happened today. And anyone who's done an FTP test has experienced that. It's just what kind of happens. So the test is just about done. We're going to jump ahead to the end of the test, and I'll show you how to quickly get through, save it, and then do a cool down separately. And there you go, 10 seconds left. And as you can see, I've increased my power a little bit in the hopes that I can at least get a 280 average, just because it's a round number and I like round numbers. So there's going to be a little arch that pops up. That's your go to the finish, push, 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 boom. And here you go, it's going to display whatever your current new FTP is. So at that point, if you're on a keyboard, if you push the key A, it throws you into the pairing screen, which quickly slows you down. What you want to do is quickly stop as soon as you can, so it stops your second timer. Gives you your average power, so 278, time traveled, so hopefully it'll be just longer than that 20-minute window. And this is where you're going to want to try to save the workout as quickly as you can. At that point, you can kind of evaluate, towel off if you have a towel, take a drink of some water, do whatever your kind of recovery protocol is. Today was with a PacePartner. I'm a big fan, so I always review them positively. And then this is where you're going to do your cool down. Now, it's up to you if you want to do your cool down separately or at the end of the workout. I always do it separately. Tempest Fugit is a super flat route. There's nothing going on. And doing it with PacePartner because you get extra drops if you're familiar with Zwift. So just pedal, hang out, cool down for a second, and then congratulations, you've done an FTP test using the FTP hack. And that's kind of it. So like I said too in the beginning, this is really beneficial for someone who's super competitive and can really push themselves just beyond where they would normally in a group setting. From there, it's just, hang on, try to pace yourself, but stick with the group. So if you pick a pace partner that's pace is towards the top end of your capability, it's going to be a really good testing factor for you. If you're kind of between zones, then you can pick one that's kind of towards the top end, and you'll jump off the front occasionally, but that's cool. That's a part of it. So, and then after you finish it, save it, and you're good to go. Do your cooldown separate. This is really in the benefit too if you're trying to get just that number and only have that be the effort that you're putting out. And then there you go. So, all right, thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys liked the video. If you want to see more videos like this, smash that like button, subscribe, and I'm still fairly new and getting used to video editing and stuff like that. So hopefully everything just gets better. Cool. Thanks, guys.